Many people say that the kitchen is the heart of the home, but a dining room can be just as important. And that's why it is so important to make the very best of both these rooms. Private Property COO Simon Bray is here to give us a little bit more insight into kitchens and dining rooms this morning. Simon, lovely to have you back with us once again.
Great to be here, yeah.
Kitchens and dining rooms. Now, let's focus on kitchens for a minute here because, I mean, we all know the phrase, a kitchen is the heart of the home. Why is that?
It's a good question, Ewan. I mean, anyone that ever walks into a space, whether it's a buyer or a long-distant auntie, the first thing they want to see is the kitchen. The kitchen is so critically important to people, and we see that, people picking up design mags or TV shows like Win a Home. The kitchen is a major focal point of the home. There's a massive amount of interest. In fact, on private property, we offer this service called virtual tours, and it allows you kind of 3D panoramic views inside of homes. And by far the most viewed room in the home is the kitchen. So it is critically important to the value of a home.
Well, I think, and also another room that goes hand in hand with the kitchen, like we mentioned, dining rooms as well. From a property expert's point of view, what are some of the trends that you are seeing that people's doing with their dining rooms, their kitchens nowadays?
Well, I mean, one of the key trends that you've alluded to is this idea of flow off the kitchen into the dining areas. So open plan is still very much a trend, very, very popular. Kitchens are multifunctional workspaces. So ultimately, it's important the functionality and access to various items. The appliances, the oven, the fridge, the stovetop, all needs to be within an easy working distance, and heaps of storage. And the better you hide that storage, the better it is for the value of that kitchen and ultimately the convenience factor as well. Mm-hmm. So those are key trends. And from a design perspective, keep it clean, keep it fresh, keep it classic. You don't want pieces or colors in there that start to age.
And if you do that, I mean, it'll obviously aid in your home's value appreciating as well. And this is what you want to do. So when it comes to your kitchens and your dining rooms, especially if you have a separate dining room, how can that add value to your house?
Separate dining rooms are very important when you're talking about a home that's geared towards entertainment. South Africans are, in general, a very house-proud nation. We love to have people inside our homes, cook for them, have a great meal together, and I think the dining room is certainly an important element in any home. As I mentioned before, that flow off the kitchen is very important into the dining space. It's gone are the days where you want to separate whoever's working in the kitchen from the meal that's been prepared. You want this feeling of almost theatre, whoever's cooking and mixing and preparing drinks is right adjacent to the dining room.
Tonight, of course, we're looking forward to another exciting episode, Win a Home. What can viewers look forward to? Because I think you went to two beautiful homes.
Yeah, we saw a couple of lovely homes, great examples of kitchens, and what was interesting is how different they were, and yet each of them had their own appeal. So a great home in Brettonwood Coastal Estate up in Durban area. Classic finishes to the kitchen. So it was very much what you'd imagine a kind of traditional kitchen to look like. Big workspaces, big central island, which we're seeing as a continual theme in kitchens these days. Beautiful cupboard space, and then a flow onto a separate dining area.
And then, of course, the Simbithi Estate in Durban as well.
Yeah, a lovely example of a kitchen, quite different to the classic take on the kitchen that we saw in Brettonwood. This one has got clean, modern lines, very easy access to a number of appliances. Also the central island with a nice bar counter on the other side if you want to just prepare a quick, muesli and fruit for breakfast and then get on your way. And what was quite cool is while we were there and shooting, we actually had a roast in the oven. So, I mean,
nice.
This whole space was just filled with great smells. and I think that's what the kitchen is about, It's not just a workspace. It creates a mood in the home, and it really makes you feel like you've arrived.
All right, so for our homeowners out there and potential future homeowners, what is your top tip of the day when it comes to specifically kitchens and dining rooms?
Remember, the kitchen is incredibly important to people. It's one of the first things they look at, and it's one of the last things they remember about your home. So it's critically important that you spend the money. Kitchens are always going to be an expensive room in the house. Make sure that you keep enough money aside for great appliances and great finishes.
Simon, once again, thanks for joining us this morning. Some really great tips. But remember to watch Win a Home Tonight at 8 p.m. on SABC3, proudly brought to you by Private Property, and find out how you can enter to win prizes throughout the show, as well as go into the draw to win the grand prize, the completed Win a Home apartment valued at over 6 million rand. It is a phenomenal prize. Also remember, you can connect with the show on Facebook, Twitter, or via their website.
Win a Home is proudly brought to you by Private Property. Start your search for property now on privateproperty.co.za.